Hello and welcome to Fortress Alaska. I'm your host Dave, and today we're going to do a video on tips and tricks for cleaning your AR rifle. So hang on and let's start cleaning. Okay, one of the things I do is I usually have a rag to put the dirty parts on, and then after I clean the dirty parts, I move them over and put them on a, well, believe it or not, that's a clean rag, it's just stained. But anyways, so that way I can separate what's been cleaned and what hasn't been cleaned. It also allows me not worry about getting dirty stuff onto stuff I've just cleaned. So anyways, I'll start tearing this apart and cleaning it. Okay, another thing I do is keep a roll of paper towels on hand, because your hands can get really messy and sometimes you just want to wipe them off and you just probably want to dispose of that. So keep a roll of paper towels handy. So another thing I keep around is a bunch of Q-tips. Now a lot of people fuss about Q-tips. Oh my god, there's going to be cotton fibers left behind and it's going to cause my gun to jam. If your gun jams because you've got a cotton fiber in it, you have the wrong gun. There's really no reason not to use cotton swabs, Q-tips, whatever you want to call them. They work great for reaching into all those tight little places you cannot get otherwise. Okay, here's a little trick that'll save you probably a lot of time, a lot of hassle. So, get out this carbon that builds up on the bolt. And they sell special tools just for cleaning all that carbon off. But you know what works? Is a standard case. You just put the case right in there and put it around. Now, oddly enough, the case mouth is the exact same radius as the bolt. I don't think that's an accident. I think this is the way it was originally designed to be, because somebody was thinking ahead that you'd need to clean that. So you don't need to buy special tools to clean that carbon off. Just use a 5.56 cartridge case. Works just fine. So that's a great little handy tip. Saves you from buying a tool that you don't need. Plus, you probably have a lot of these after you've been to the shooting range. Another handy tip is have pipe cleaners on hand. And don't buy gun cleaning pipe cleaners. They just mark them up. They're just pipe cleaners. Just get some pipe cleaners. Now, I will point out, never, ever, never, ever use pipe cleaners to clean your gas tube. Your gas tube will last the life of your barrel totally uncleaned. If you need to change out your gas tube because it is clogged up, your barrel's probably worn out too. You never need to clean the gas tube. You are more likely to damage things than to actually do anything of benefit. So don't clean your gas tube with pipe cleaners. When your barrel's worn out, change the gas tube. If something should happen with the gas tube, change it. It's a cheap part. You are more likely to damage it than actually do any good. Anyways, have pipe cleaners at hand for those places that you can clean. And let's put a little bit of oil on this. Now I'd also like to point out, I just use COP. Cleaner, lubricant, and protectant. I don't bother having a bunch of different products. One product is good enough for me. So just clean out the firing pin channel. Clean that whole thing out. Simple pipe cleaner. Okay, there you go. That's how you do that. Another little trick is a simple pistol cleaning rod. Really helps in cleaning the inside of the bolt carrier. It's a simple little thing, but it makes life easier. A lot of people don't think about just using a simple pistol cleaning rod to get inside their bolt carrier. Another little tip is to have some sort of cradle to put your upper in. Lower won't fit, it's too small. But anyways, put your upper in. And that way you can align the receiver so you can have light in it and you can see to work, because really that's where you're doing most of your cleaning. And so we'll get on to cleaning that. Now, cleaning around that gas tube, the way I do it is I hook a pipe cleaner into a hook and I clean underneath it and around it, and I'll show you how I do that. So as I said, I just make a hook with my pipe cleaner, stick it down in there, and I can get around it. Now notice, I'm not cleaning the inside of the gas tube. I meant you don't clean the inside of the gas tube, but you can clean around this one. Now, this just gives me the ability to get down there and clean around it. And it's a little hard to film while I'm doing this, and it gets me to go over it and you can do a good job of cleaning underneath there. So that's how you do that. Another little trick I use is I only buy the largest of patches. I don't buy any other size. I just get the ones 3-inch squares for 12 gauge, because really nothing's bigger than a 12 gauge, so you always have your 12 gauge cleaning patches. And then I just cut them down the size. It's really, you just cut these in half and they're fine for a 223. And actually uncut, they're even fine for a 30 caliber. And uncut, they're fine for 9mm and 45 and everything. So just get one size patch. Don't stock every caliber possible. It's just a scam. Just buy one size patch, and if you need them smaller, just cut them. Note, when I say you can just cut the cleaning patch in half for a 223, note I use a pull-through cleaning cable. If you were to use a cleaning rod, I would suggest cutting it smaller, and I would go with too small at first, because if it gets stuck in there, it's a pain to get it out. So you can always gradually increase the size till you get the resistance you want while cleaning. But I use a pull-through cable, which actually I think is far better than a cleaning rod, especially a segmented cleaning rod. Segmented cleaning rods can damage the inside of your barrel. If you are going to use a cleaning rod, get a one-piece full-length cleaning rod. Another quick little tip, as you're cleaning around your hammer and your trigger assembly, be sure that it gets all lubricated. Most people forget that those are a lot of moving parts in there. And so get some lubrication down in there. Once again, I just clean with COP, so just by cleaning, I'm lubricating. Seriously, the spring and buffer tube on your AR should not be getting dirty, but since you've got your gun apart, it's a good time to inspect them for damage and wear, just in case something's not running right or something should have broken. Mechanical things will eventually break, so just check it out while you're cleaning your gun and make sure it's all good. Here we have one cleaned AR rifle, and you can see there's a lot of oil on it. I have to do the final wipe down, but it will be put away with quite a bit of oil on it because it's going into storage for a while. And I always oil them really well before I stick them into storage. So those were some tips and tricks for cleaning your AR rifle. And a lot of those tips and tricks can be used for other firearms as well. Like I said, one size cleaning patch, just cut the fit. Standard old pipe cleaners you can order on Amazon by the case for a fraction of the cost what you pay for gun cleaning stuff. Also Q-tips, they really do work. They're helpful. They even sell special gun cleaning Q-tips. I just use the regular Q-tips. They're cheaper. And I tend to prefer just a CLP. I do everything with a CLP, and I never have any issues whatsoever. Now granted, I live in a relatively dry climate most of the year, as in the winter, Alaska is extremely dry. In the summer it's very wet, but in the winter it's mostly dry. And I never have any rust issues. So, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, share with friends, and as always, have a good day and get out shooting.